I'm here with NiKo after a victory against Vitality in the finals of IEM Dallas 2024. Let me just ask you first, how does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great, honestly. Very, very special moment there right after we won. The crowd made it very special for us. So, yeah, it's definitely unforgettable.
And I wanted to ask, before this final, they were the only team to beat you throughout this entire event. And to be honest, that was a fairly one-sided affair in the group stage. What went different this time that allowed you to come out on top?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think that game looked way more one-sided than it actually was. I think we had some rounds where we could have made the game intense, and then who knows what will happen. But I think we just grew as a team throughout the event. I think we were just completely different team from the group stage and in playoffs. So that's probably the biggest reason. But I also think the pressure was on their side a bit. We kept pressuring them. We were not giving up. No easy rounds at all, and we had something special going on this event. There was some magic. The crowd, the Jake playing with his home crowd. It was just we just felt like we can't lose basically, and we did everything in our power to always stay in it.
And you said you grew as a team during the event. Is that just about integrating Jake throughout the 7 series you played?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much just getting to know each other, how he likes to do, what he likes to do, what we like to do, how much he can help, how much space he needs. Basically, like we were like just improving like game by game. We were always watching what was going on, what we could have done better, what was bad. So yeah, it took us some time, but I think after like MOUZ game, like everything started clicking pretty much. So yeah, I mean, we have developed as a team, and that was the result in the end.
In an interview, Taz said that you were taking these wins as like a learning experience. Now that it's over and you've won the whole damn thing, what's the final lesson?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I didn't have that much time to think about it. I don't know what's the lesson, to be honest. I'm just happy how we played. I'm happy. I think I grew more as a player. I think I learned a lot in the game, how to behave, how to approach certain things, how much freedom I need to give to certain players, especially like Ilya. So that's probably one thing that I learned.
And speaking about that learning from you specifically, a lot of that probably came from the fact that you were calling for this whole tournament, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I wanted to ask, like this, you've dabbled with IGLing in the past before. Would you consider, now that you've won a big tournament with it, is it something that interests you later on, perhaps?
100% at some point in my career I'll become an IGL. It's not going to happen yet, but that was my goal. I mean, I had that on mind for like quite some time. I know how I want to end my career, and that's definitely going to be as an IGL because I think that is my strength. Even though people didn't like me, they didn't like seeing me being IGL back then. They just couldn't really accept it. Even though if I was doing good or bad, they just couldn't accept it. While for this event, for example, everyone's like, come back, you're not being IGL, you're doing great. So it's a bit wild for me, but overall, it was a great learning experience, and it's a good confidence for me that reading the game and everything. So like nothing's gonna change yet, but definitely at some point in my career, I should transition into the IGL.
As it has only been, one event with you IGLing, and after this, you're not going to come back to it, obviously, immediately. But different IGLs have different styles, and obviously yours is not completely refined yet. But could you summarize what you think, how you like to call?
Honestly, I think we had a lot of different plans. Sometimes we were playing a bit more explosive, like a bit faster. Sometimes we were playing very slow. It was also depending on the map as well. I wouldn't say that I have my style. I think my strength is a mid round where I can actually play off the informations that opponents give or or the space that we take. I think that is my biggest strength, and yeah, I think that's probably my thing to go for.
And speaking on that, you went head to head against some very prominent IGLs this event with Apex, Khurgin, Kadian, and Shui, and you were out calling them at times. Did you feel that during the games?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I could feel it. I mean, I've been here longer than some of these players, except Shui and Kadian. Like I've been longer than them. Okay, wait, let me rephrase it. I've been longer than Shui and Kadian. I think been playing more. I think I've been more in the game, more into the tier 1 scene. So I have experience on my side, and I just think for other guys, I think it's just hard for them to, like, they don't know my style. They don't know how I like to call. So I think they were a bit not ready of how we're gonna play or approach. Plus, I think one thing that we have done really good at this event is probably like the veto as well. I think people were very shaky in the veto. I think we have won a couple of vetoes this event, and that definitely helped us as well.
Yeah, speaking on that, we interviewed, it was Rain, and he said like he did not expect us to in that veto. So I think you won that out right. And last question, MOUZ obviously won the MVP of this event, big ticket event for him, but you were no slouch either. You were right up with him in all those big games. Is it safe to say like you finally feel like you're out of that CS2 rut?
Yeah, I mean, things are definitely looking better. So I'll just keep on working, and I'm not too worried about myself. While I'm very happy for Ilya that he grabbed an MVP. He has been carrying our asses for past couple of months. So I'm really happy for him that he could, get a win, get a title, but also get an MVP. I'm super proud of him, how he behaved and how he took this event.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.